What is up, everybody? Jaco here today, and it's been a while, and sometimes you guys may ask, well, Jake, where you been? What have you been doing? Well, my life is extremely complicated and stressed out, and sometimes, I can't think of a video to make that's appropriate for my fans because most of my problems are, whether it's financial or dealing with the mother of my daughter, those type of problems. And when I tend to talk about that stuff, people are very judgmental, which you're entitled to your own opinion. But then there's also people that, think I don't deserve a child, I guess. But so only update I have on that is November 5th, I have my trial, or our trial, whatever you want to call it. And I'm self-representing myself because I can no longer afford a lawyer. But other than that, let's get to the main topic of this video, and it has to do with hurricanes. So that being said, Hurricane Milton is on its way. I do not live on the West Coast. I live on the East Coast, closer south than north. So I'm on the outer shell of the hurricane. Now, you might say, well, how are you going to be affected, and are you prepared for it? Luckily, I do have a house with impact rated windows, so the windows can sustain, I don't know what rating they are, but usually it's at least a hurricane one. And realistically, with the distance of where the hurricane is, it's only going to be 75 miles an hour top speed of winds, including probably the gust. However, where I live, it tends to flood a lot, especially just by hard rain. And according to geographers, that this storm is getting bigger and it's going to create more rain, and that's how that works. So I'm prepared. However, my daughter is not with me and with her mother, and unfortunately I have no say or whatever. I offered my home to her, but she doesn't want to come nor wants to allow me to be with my daughter during this time. It is what it is. I'm not going to get into that again. Trying to keep that out of the topic of conversations because I know how some people feel. Also, this can relate back and be used against me in some sort of way. So the main topic of this video is, when I was a kid, the first hurricane that I've been through was Hurricane Wilma in 2005. That was a Category 3 and hit me pretty good because I lived in Palm Beach, Florida at the time. And that hit us pretty good. And we were off of school for like 2 weeks, and we didn't have power for but as a kid, you don't really fathom or understand a hurricane. And there's many factors to it, from if your power goes out, you can't work or make money. Like me, I can't work or make money. If the mobile services go out, I can't make money. But at the end of the day, your bills are still due. It's not like the companies are like, oh crap, he's going through a hurricane, let's prorate his mortgage or prorate anything because he can't do this for 5 days or hasn't used his internet for 5. It doesn't work like that. But as a kid, you don't really grasp and understand that. You're just like, oh look, I'm getting 2 weeks off of school, this is amazing, I get to stay home and do whatever I want, when realistically you're sitting in a hot house without water using a generator, and if you don't have a generator. So I don't know how many of my fans have been through hurricanes, but it's just sometimes I look at hurricanes now and I'm like, as it's getting faster, I get anxious, but realistically I'm scared. When as a kid, you're just like, oh wow, how fast can this thing go? And you just have no idea or concept of how it all works and transpires. So it's all crazy to me. But yeah, right now I'm on my way to pick up some food. People are going crazy, whether it's for water or anything, gas. It's the way that people panic is like a fire ant hill has just been stepped on, and all the fire ants are pissed off and ready to sting somebody. But I don't panic too much. I prepare myself accordingly or adequately. I don't even know the right word. Is it accordingly or adequately? Whatever. So yeah, I prepare myself as best as possible, but I'm not going to overreact because it's too much. I have enough food to survive for a week. I'll be okay. I'm not going to go to a store and get in fights with people over food or water or anything else, bananas, grapes. So I'm not that type of person, but my partner also works at DoorDash, not DoorDash. Man, I'm going slow, but this person's going really slow. Instacart, and you know, she can pick up things for me when I need it, so it's not the end of the world. But yeah, I just want to give you guys an update with this hurricane. I'm hoping my power doesn't go out. I'm hoping, you know, my daughter's fine where she is south of me, and that's all I can hope for, and continue to live my life and try and be a little bit more less stressed. Another update is I stopped taking pre-workout after 15 years. I got my blood test back and my creatine levels are just way too high. Even though I don't take more than one serving of pre-workout, just too much creatine leads to kidney failure. So in a year from now of not taking my pre-workout, I'll see how my creatine levels are. And if they're still super high, that means probably there's something wrong with my liver. But doctors in general, you guys already know my experience with doctors. I just, like maybe the creatine has something to do with my feet and back. I don't know. But thank you guys so much for watching. I don't want to make my videos too long. I just want you guys to kind of get my point across. And if you've been through any hurricanes, let me know your stories and what you've been through. So take care, everybody.